This is homework 23 for Mr. Reed Year 10 Maths Group. It's due in on Wednesday, and I have been collecting the homework on a Friday usually, so you're going to have to do this homework at the start of the week. I'm going to be collecting the books on Wednesday. Alright, question 1. Making sequences. I'm asking you to generate the first 5 terms of each sequence. You can do it using a table, as I've shown you in class. To pay attention to minus signs, very important. Question 2. This is making quadratic sequences. First 5 terms again. Remember, if you want to make the first term, put a 1 into where n is. If you want to make the second term, put a 2 into where n is. On to question 3. This is making different sequences, so you need to generate the first 5 terms of each of these 4 sequences. And again, you can put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in place of n. Feel free to use your calculator just to check that one out. Some of you know what this part C is. On to question 4. Now this is working the other way around. This time we're trying to find the algebra, find the nth term for each of these linear sequences, and they should be linear. Now you can use, and you should use, that table that I actually got you to copy out in class. I'd like to see one of those tables for each of these 5 sequences. I want it done properly. That will help you a lot with quadratic sequences that we are going to move on to this week. Question 5. And actually, this is what I'm talking about. In Monday's lesson, we're actually doing finding the nth term of a quadratic sequence, which uses a bigger version of the table that I used last week. And you need to use that technique here on questions A and B. So I would like to see one of those big tables copied out, filled in, and hopefully you can find the nth term of those sequences. On to question 6. Back to probability from a couple of weeks ago now. You're told that there are some fruit. People are asked which is their favourite fruit out of these 4 choices. And actually the relative frequencies are shown in this table here. And it's your job to then decide, based on these relative frequencies, if 1,000 people are asked about their favourite fruit, how many people would say orange? And it's to do with what relative frequency you get here. And if you remember the rule, prediction is relative frequency multiplied by sample size. On to question 7. This is the last one. Got 7 and 8 on this page. So question 7, if the relative frequency of wearing glasses is 0.2, how many people out of 480 would not be wearing glasses? That not there being very important. And then the last one, this is this fruit bowl. It's got apples and pears in it. We're assuming that they're mixed up and are being picked at random. And if 2 are taken at the same time, what's the probability of one of each type? And you really do need to draw a probability tree for that. And then you need to think about apple and apple, or pear and pear. So you've got 2 routes on that tree that you need to follow. Remember, it's due on Wednesday. That means you'll probably have to do it Monday night, and then come and see me Tuesday if you are stuck. That's it.